Did your girlfriend leave you because she caught you watching one of my videos? Maybe. But in this video, I'm gonna show you the step-by-step method on how to get subs with Twitter in OFM in 2025. I have like 4 videos on Twitter on this channel. They're all like 10 minutes long and they're the most successful videos on this channel. Not because they're particularly interesting, but because they made the most amount of money. So I decided I'm gonna do the whole breakdown. Everything that has changed about Twitter, every single step that we in my personal agency used to make money with Twitter in 2025 and in 1 month 2026. So stick with me. I'm going to run you through so you can, in the end, be a cat with a cool suit and a gold chain with a pile of money in the space. If that's who you want to be, stick with me and watch the entire video because we are gonna get started. I'm fucking hyped for this video. Now, let's start with the basic principles of Twitter. Because I'll say Twitter. I know it's X, all right? I know it's called X. I refuse to call it X in this video. Now, Instagram and Twitter are pretty much alike. There's a lot of similarities between the two, and the top 3 ones are A, quality is still more important than quantity. I won't indulge any like mass spam, having 1,000 Twitter account like strategies in this video because if that's what you need to do to get subscribers, you probably NGMI. But quality still matters over quantity. If you see how many Twitter creators are out there, especially with how the algorithm works, your job is to stand out from the crowd, to be different, right? Which also brings us to our second point. Sex bots don't make money. I know all of you know this one Twitter page that only posts like bikini pictures and they make money. Maybe, but that's survivorship bias. And for every Twitter page that does still kind of make money with like NSFW stuff, there's around like 5,000 who don't. So don't fall for survivorship bias. Sex bots don't work. This is how Twitter is nowadays. If you want to be the like 1 millionth account that posts sexual shit on Twitter and is horny 24/7, welcome to 2022. In 2025, you're definitely too late. So either get a time machine or fix your Twitter setup. As easy as that. And last but not least, if you do average stuff, you get average results. Which, yeah, sounds kind of cool. Sounds like I made that up with ChatGPT. I didn't. I thought of it here. But if you post average shit, like, hey, like me or this coffee, basic picture, you're not going to get exceptional results with that. So I want you to understand everything we do here now may not be like the rest of the entire industry yelling at you to post the next bikini picture. And in order to get exceptional results, we have to do exceptional stuff that no one else does. And this is what I'm here for in this video. So let's get right to it because most of you have a problem because you're like Buzz Lightyear on this super hilarious meme template. I can't believe I thought of that. So this is you saying, hey, I'm just gonna post a couple of teasing pictures and I'm gonna do like a bit of horny tweets. Oh, I like dick, what? And this is you in the mass of all the porn bots on Twitter that are exactly doing the same. So you're not sticking out from the crowd. And if I tell you, hey, pick out one of these Buzz Lightyears in this in this whole summer here, which one would you pick? Would you give a shit who you pick? Why would you pick this specific Buzz Lightyear? What is different about him? Nothing. People are just gonna pick a random one, aka all of these Buzz Lightyears aren't going to make money and they aren't going to get rich on OnlyFans. So we need to make sure to be different and to not be Buzz Lightyear. That's my introduction for the video. So let's get into the strategy. How do we get started with Twitter? First step is we want to buy aged accounts. You can create them. I'm not saying it's bad. The reason we're buying aged accounts that obviously shouldn't be shadow banned, that's very important, is because it has a bunch of different benefits, but the biggest one is it makes us eligible to buy Twitter Premium, to buy check marks, which is going to be very, very important later. But it's just a recommendation. You can create them from scratch if you choose to do so. Next up, we are going to follow a similar warm-up routine that we do on Instagram. I have a couple of videos on this channel that explain like how to warm up on Instagram step by step. I won't repeat everything of that, but obviously we want to give the account human behavior for the first 3 days. What we don't want to do is log into the account, immediately post the OnlyFans link and tweet like 20,000 things and reply to 100,000 people because like in the eyes of Twitter, like, yes, you are a seller now. Like they know, they are not that retarded. So you want to start off, no link yet, no sexual shit. Okay, like a few tweets, retweet a few tweets. Okay, next day, maybe tweet the first normal thing, like a bit, maybe share a couple of tweets with other accounts so it really looks like you're a real human being. And then later on, you can start the real posting strategy. After like a week, you can put up the link to be extra safe because we're playing long term. I can tell you guys, Twitter takes longer to run than, for example, IG. Like, you're not looking at a viral tweet after like a week. That's not gonna happen. But give it a couple of human behavior. Don't be an idiot. Don't be a bot. And if you can, shout out the profile to other socials if possible. Even if you have an Instagram account of like 3,000 or 4,000 followers, shout it out. I'm going to show you exactly how to shout it out later. But that helps give the account an initial boost because Twitter, especially in the beginning, is very, very slow when it comes to like kind of picking up your account and the algorithm. And last but not least, buy Twitter Premium if possible. Helps you with a bunch of benefits. If you want to hear all the things it does for you, just, I don't know, check the website. But Twitter Premium, very, very important and also helps just with the reach in total. Now, when it comes to, like I said, shouting out the profile on other socials, I'm going to give you like a quick demonstration. I just picked a random tweet I found absolutely hilarious and I fully agree with the core of my heart. This is kind of the strategy that we use, right? Okay, you post a picture of your tweet. If it's like a picture, you can censor it. Drop like a CTA. And obviously have the link here. Now, we tested a bunch of different conversion templates, and this is the one that gets the most Twitter followers for an IG post or if on TikTok post, whatever, right? So have an example tweet screenshot so people know this is how your account looks like. This is what they're missing out on. Important. Next up, having a having a custom link, because if I just say Twitter, cool, but if it's like, oh, private Twitter, like, cool. I want to follow the private Twitter of someone. I feel exclusive. I feel like I'm part of the club. Maybe I can text her there. Maybe she will agree to a date. You know, who knows? Makes it more interesting. And last but not least, which for us was always the highest conversion, is having a value CTA. Don't just say, yo, follow my Twitter, G's, but say, everyone who follows my private Twitter will get a follow back. Or I'll post a crazy video there. I'll delete it in 24 hours. Follow now and I'll send it to you. Or everyone who follows gets a DM back. Something like that. Give people an incentive. Make it a no-brainer offer. Pretty simple, but most people fuck that part up. So, next up. We obviously have the account warm up now. We have maybe an initial boost from other socials. It's not relevant like that. If you don't have any other socials, like fine. Just saying this is gonna help. Here's the account strategy, because most of you are wondering, okay, how many accounts should I post on? Should I have like 500? Should I have one? What's the deal here, Oliver? Please, Oliver, tell me. And here's the game for that. First of all, you can start with like 1 or 2 accounts. You can go up to 4. Everything above doesn't make sense. I can tell you guys that. If you're not trying to be like super black hat about this whole thing and lose your hairline, start with up to 4 accounts. I can recommend just having like 2 or 3, but that's your deal. Repeat the same strategy on all of them. Obviously, keep posting, keep growing the accounts. And at a certain point, one of these accounts is going to take off the most. I won't say in like a month or in a couple of weeks, but at a certain time, it's going to be very, very crystal clear which one of these accounts is eligible to be the main account. Let's say account 2 has a couple of viral tweets. It takes much more traction than the others. So then you're going to take the conscious decision to have account number 2 as the main account, and all the other accounts you have, you're going to just slowly funnel everything over and then focus on account 2 as one account that you're running. Now, that may sound counterproductive because, well, every other OFM guy tells you, hey, you need to have at least 10 accounts and fucking post ass pictures on there. Like, great job. If everyone tells you to do something, it's probably too late to do it. But that's just a quick reminder. So your goal is to start with a few accounts, but in the long run, you want to have one main account. Since your goal isn't to just have like 1,000 followers and get like 3 subs off of it. Your goal is to grow this account until you're actually eligible to even go semi into the mainstream bubble, to actually build kind of like a personality out of it, which if you're just starting out, it sounds like it's that far away. It isn't most of the time. So have this in mind that you're focusing on one main account. Now, next up, obviously our focus is getting subscribers. We have the accounts warmed up. We know what to do with how many accounts and what. And we saw a hilarious Buzz Lightyear meme at the beginning of this video. So we're in great spirits. So now we actually want to make money. Everything's tagged off. Now, first of all, quick reminder, Get All My Links is also fucked up on Twitter. So funnel with everything but this, okay? This is like the Israel of fucking link providers at this point. So stay away from that. Now, for getting subscribers, we have 2 main ways. I won't mention paid methods like shoutouts or retweet services or like fucking drops, retweet groups, all that stuff. Reason for that is, A, most of it don't work. Some of it definitely does, most of it doesn't. And me sitting here and telling you guys, yeah, use a retweet service, but 90% of them are scams. That wouldn't be responsible, and I don't use them myself. On the other hand, all of these things that I just mentioned, shoutouts can work, but the same with retweet groups or drops, all of them can work 100%. Is it going to be your main strategy? No. Is it? It's like creatine. Every one of you guys know. If you sit in your bed all day, eat McDonald's, and you take creatine, you won't lose fucking weight. You'll still be a fat fuck. But if you train hard, you eat right, you get enough sleep, and you take creatine on top, yeah, you will lose a bit more fat. You will be a bit more healthy. It's like a supplement. And all of these paid methods are exactly that. They are supplements, and they can definitely help you if you know what to do, all that stuff. But it's not relevant for you guys right now. You can get money without them, but you can't get substantial amount of subscribers just with them. So to the side with them, they're your side chick. This is the main bitch. Okay, focus on that. First, we get subscribers with replies. Now, what do I mean by that? Obviously, with your model account, searching for viral posts, viral accounts, commenting under there, so people click on your profile because they found your comment interesting, either relatable, entertaining, whatever. Click on your profile, be like, wow, this chick that has the same opinion as me also is hot, also is horny, and also has an OnlyFans. Boom, great deal. I'll subscribe and spend all my money and be late on my child support. This is what we want, right? So how do we do that? Here's the step by step. A, you're gonna find a post that's less than 24 hours old and has between like 50K, 500K impressions. These numbers don't have to be met exactly, but this is kind of the ballpark you wanna be into. Why? A, if the post is 5 days old, nobody's gonna check it out anymore. Plus, if it has like 2 million impressions or whatever, nobody will see your comment most of the time because there's just too much people in there. Even if the post has like 20,000 impressions, you can still do it. Don't get me wrong, but there should be a certain cap, right? Next up, you found the post, okay? Search for the comments in the comment section on this post that have the highest engagement, right? Search for the top comment, so to say, that's gotten the most engagement, the most impressions, whatever it is. So you already know, okay, what do I need to do on this post? The reason we're doing this is because I'm sure most of you are able to think of a relatable, controversial, funny comment yourself. The problem is your VAs. Because if you're trying to outsource this to VAs, which I can recommend at a certain point because it's not the highest ROI task, your VAs aren't able to do creative tasks most of the time. So trying to teach your VA how to be funny and understand American like pop culture takes probably 2 years. But teaching them how to search for the top 3 comments, take the points that are mentioned, I'm going to show you an example in a sec. Stick with me. And basically just reformulating it. You could do that with ChatGPT. And then just posting it again, you still have a winning concept. This comment worked once, and if you reformulate it, people don't 100% know it's the same comment as someone else did. You have way higher chances of getting people on your profile and growing with those type of accounts. Now, pages you can look at before I show an example can be anything. Post in your specific niche. If you have a golf creator, all right, then yeah, you should probably be active in the golf niche. If you have a creator that's like blonde, like looks like Sydney Sweeney, looks conservative, okay, you should probably go into that. If you have a creator that's into, I don't know, football, yeah, good idea to be active in the football niche. I think you guys get what I mean. Sports, politics, gaming, memes, mainstream news, viral celebrities. I don't just mean celebrities, I mean viral celebrities. People that have recently gotten a lot of news coverage. For example, Lil Tay was a viral celebrity when she launched her F when she was 18. Everyone was talking about it. Andrew Tate once was a viral celebrity. Now he's still a celebrity, but he's not as viral and everybody talks about it. This is like kind of a cheat code also if you want to get news coverage fast. Battlefield 6 versus Call of Duty was a viral mainstream news. Everyone was talking about it. Commenting under it meant views and subscribers in the end. I'll show you an example how that can sometimes look. So here's a post 15 hours before, all right, 300K impressions. It's a bit big, but you can still work with that. Of Fox Sports NFL. Which of these 2 lost teams do you think is the best right now? I don't know what the fuck a lost team is. I don't know what, I think these are Patriots, but I'm not sure. I have no clue about what, I don't even know which sport this is, bro, at this point. Okay, I'm into UFC and mud wrestling. So you found this post, all right, you want to comment under it. I searched the comments and I found a comment from Josh. I'm a diehard Eagle fan. I've been for 30 years. Right now, I would say the Rams and the Patriots are tied for it. Like, why are you yapping about football, bro? Like, fucking take care of your kids, bro. Like, put the phone away, unk. So this unk with this even barely visible but definitely ugly wife commented something about football, whatever. So what I did is I just took, again, what did he say? Here, Rams and Patriots are first, Eagles are there with the Broncos, inconsistent quarterback play, like all the bunch of buzzwords. I just reformulated, said, yeah, Broncos and Eagles won very inconsistent with the quarterback plays, Lamar. You can give Colts a third place, but it's a close list. Essentially the same comment, it's just a bit rewritten. And obviously this is my personal account. But if you do this with a model account, with a hot profile picture, and like a name that's very clearly intriguing to be a female, obviously people are going to check out your page because, wow, that's actually insider info. Or you can also take a comment that's completely wrong and say, for example, if like you can take a comment that's so outrageously a bad take about football that people are going to be like, oh, like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, you dumb bitch. And you get people to look at your page. This is all you can do, and you can pretty much do this all day. Now, again, don't do this all day, please. Not the highest ROI. But this is how we can get non-follower reach and subscribers through replies and engagement with other tweets. You can also retweet a bunch of stuff, like whatever. But this is the main strategy. The other one is your own posting. I was so nice, I gave you 6 rules to follow when you're just posting on your main account, right? What do you post there? I've mentioned it a bunch of times. Don't post NSFW stuff. That everyone else is posting as well. Don't post NSFW stuff, but also don't post the same shit everyone else is posting. It's boring. But NSFW stuff is a big no-no. I'm going to explain later. Don't treat Twitter like an IG page and try to look aesthetic. I know I have a typo here. Don't mention it in the comments. But Twitter is not Instagram. Instagram is made to show perfect life. Twitter is to show actual life. Instagram, everyone has an aesthetic picture where they look perfect and all that stuff. And this is why people are on Instagram, right? Because they want to see the perfect version of people. They want to flex. If you are on Twitter, you want to see the real person behind it. This is the psychology. Twitter is real. People are very autistic, very retarded. People give their raw opinions, their raw pictures without filter. This is what Twitter is for nowadays. So don't treat it like an IG and try to have like an aesthetic main feed where she just looks so perfect. Nobody gives a shit. If they want to see that, they can go to the Instagram. What you should do is post even random tweets to build a unique selling point. You want to be random sometimes. You want to be retarded, autistic sometimes. You want to stick out. So instead of saying, wow, I hope everyone has a good morning, I slept super bad, oh my god, I need a coffee, like 40-year-old mom energy, just say like, nothing better in the morning than drinking 3 raw eggs and disappointing my father with questionable life choices. Like, that's just an example that doesn't fit for every creator niche, but you get what I mean. This is so autistic and like, so this is like objectively funny. This fits the Twitter lingo. Like, you have to understand the subculture that is happening on Twitter. And if you don't know that, which is fine, scroll Twitter for a couple of days, couple of weeks, and understand it. Next up, you can split between, like, if your main feed should be like 40% pictures, 40% text tweets, and 20% videos. Why? Videos are very much high maintenance. It's very hard to have a consistent flow of that if your creator isn't fucking John Cena and like working 18 hours a day. Plus, pictures and text tweets are the easiest for people to view. Most people have Twitter in the subway, in the car, at work. So posting videos that rely on sound most of the time get less interactions and less watch time because people can't watch videos. If they were able to watch videos with sound, they would watch TikTok. But the reason they're on Twitter right now is probably because they don't have their headphones in and they're in public. So pictures and text tweets are arguably the best thing, but you should also post videos, of course. And last but not least, make sure, and I'm mentioning it again, focus on high quality and being different. This is the main thing. Focus on that. That's super, super important. Be different. If you look at your Twitter profile and it looks like everyone else's profile, why would they subscribe to you? Imagine the subscriber or the potential subscribers for you page on Twitter. And like, he only has OF girls and chicks probably doing what you're doing there. Why would he click on your account and subscribe? Why? I don't know. You probably don't as well. Here's an example on how that can look. First, we have a German chick that just does like a goofy face, like, and the German text, which means show, like, it's like a German slang for, yeah, show your boobs, zeig mal Titten. That's very funny because that's usually what men say, and it's a bit retarded. She does a dumb face, aka hilarious. People like it. People attack her in the comments for being a slut, which is a million times better than Sophie Rain posting a random photo shoot picture, here are $2 billion, which, yeah, the tweet got a bunch of impressions, but it's also Sophie Rain. Like, she could post a picture of her big toe and it would probably go viral. So don't fall for survivorship bias. I hope everyone is aware what survivorship bias is. If not, Google it. One of the best things to implement in your mindset. Just because a tweet is viral doesn't mean it's good. And it doesn't mean it will work for you. Because if a big Twitter page posts something, yeah, probably it goes viral. That's just how it is. But your fucking 50 follower account won't get viral like that. This post is boring, and if it wasn't Sophie Ray, nobody would have gave a fuck. So with this, you can grow the account. With this, you can grow the account. And with both, you can get subscribers. You can treat Twitter as replies more being like the Instagram Reels and kind of getting actual non-followers on the page and posting, kind of converting them and growing organically. But this is your main ways of getting subscribers without the paid methods that I already elaborated on, why I won't get further into that. Next up, final advice that I want to give you guys is boosting your posts naturally, of course. I can really recommend to focus on gathering as much engagement as possible in the first 30 minutes, because this is what Twitter rewards. It's kind of like Reddit, right? The engagement you get in like the short amount after posting, you can go up to 60 minutes. Let's just stick with 30. Is going to help massively with boosting the tweet and boosting to non-followers. Meaning, if you have multiple accounts, retweet everything. If you post something, just retweet it with all your model accounts. If you have a big Instagram following, say, hey, I'm going to post something crazy on Twitter in 5 minutes. Or, hey, new Twitter thing up now. Everyone who likes the thing and comments and retweets gets a surprise in its Twitter DMs in the next 30 minutes. Something like that. So this is something that I don't know what capabilities you have to make that happen. But if you have, do it. Helps a shit ton. Next up, DMs. Mass DMs will ban the account. That's a fact. So even if you don't use a mass DM service, but you're just DMing a bunch of people, you will probably get the account banned, especially if it's not aged and not been there for a while. So make sure to refrain from that. If you want to do mass DMs, do it on a separate account and just funnel to the main account. That's what I can say to you. And last but not least, NSFW stuff is a no-no. Okay, that's a big no-no, because if your account gets flagged as NSFW, which can happen even if you like don't post anything too crazy, your reach gets inappropriately touched by its uncle and you are cooked. Your reach gets molested and you don't want that. So if you want to get shown to non-followers and grow the account, don't post NSFW stuff and don't get flagged as such. There's unbanned services for that are hella expensive and hella complicated. So I wouldn't recommend to even go down that direction. So let's sum it up. If you follow all these things, there's going to be a bunch of questions. You can hit me up on Telegram. My name is @OliverSmoley on Telegram. In the bio, you find a link with my 13,000 member OFM community completely for free. You can just join and get help from 13,000 other agency owners, where you can ask all of the questions that I haven't answered in this video. But if you follow all these steps, you will end up, like I said, as a cat in a banger suit with a gold chain, a nonchalant look in his eyes, and a bunch of money flying through the galaxy, which, let's all admit, what are we all doing this for if not that? So join the free community completely for free on Telegram, link in the bio, and hope everyone has a wonderful day. Talk soon. Bye-bye.